Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the Quarantine Concert Series, baby. I'm your host, Kavir Segal. Show number 85. Yes, I can't even count that high in Spanish. Although I can only count up to 25 because Camilo's been teaching me, but not very well, apparently. No, I love you, Camilo. So look, you may be asking why I'm in a suit today. Well, during soundcheck, the music was so good, I thought we need to dial everything up. So I reached far into my closet, into basically Narnia. It was a different world. It was like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I pulled out something I haven't worn in many weeks. It's a tie and a jacket. Don't get me to stand up, though, because, yeah, you know. So, look, we're going to be doing this. We made a decision to end the show after 100 episodes. We've had so much fun bringing you live music every single night, but we decided to kind of retire gracefully, go out on top. I don't know if we're on top, but you know, with musicians like the musician tonight, incredible nights every single night. Where are we gonna go? People have been asking, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where's the music? Well, we're gonna go fishing. Sandra, Camila, and I have rented a boat. Rented a boat. It's a yellow boat. Let's take a look at the yellow boat. That is us on the yellow boat. And that is going to be me fishing over there. That's fishing in the rear of the boat. I'm always in the rear trying to fish and hunt. And that's Camilo telling me where to fish because he's always telling me kind of what to do, how it sounds, where it is. Sandra is driving the boat because she's sort of behind the scenes, but really we answer to her. And she was with Oreo, and that is Maui, their dog. We're going in the direction of Maui. Wouldn't that be nice to go to Hawaii? Although I hear they don't want that many visitors. So we're going to go fishing. And speaking of Oreo and Maui, I think these are, of course, the dogs of Sandra and Camilo. I talk about them on every episode. Wouldn't it be nice to see them? Wouldn't it be nice for them to have a special appearance on this broadcast? Well, you're in luck. Can we take a look at Sandra? Can we take a look at there they are. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? You like how it sounds today? See, that is Oreo and Maui in sound check. They show up. They show up for the sound checks too, in spirit and also in flesh. So that's what's going down with the Quarantine Concert Series. By now you know what's happening. Pandemic. Most of the gigs have been canceled. We are trying to put the spotlight on incredible artists because these are the people that share their mirth and their vitality and their virtuosity with us every single day, really. And this is really the current situation is with all the gigs canceled. It's kind of difficult out there. A lot of gigs have been canceled. Places are opening up. Atlanta, right here, where I'm. This is not Atlanta, but you know the Riviera in Atlanta. Atlanta is opening up, but the venues are not. The performing arts venues are not. So it's still going to be a tricky time for the creative people in the creative space. If you know an artist, please reach out to them, show them some love and support. I actually wrote an op-ed on this recently for MarketWatch. Let's put that up on the screen. If we can, it says become a patron of the arts to help the U.S. economy get back in tune. The arts contribute about 5% of the U.S. gross domestic product. That's a lot, right? So independent artists are part of that. So what can you do? Buy merchandise, stream the music, look for a lesson, hire an artist for a lesson, become a patron. Patreon is a great website. You can support artists too. So all kinds of ways you can obviously enjoy music, but, reach in your pocket if you can and support artists too. I also want to say thanks to the folks at All About Jazz because they are a great website, and for jazz journalism, they simulcast a lot of these concerts. So if you're an artist, go make an artist page. If you're a patron, if you can, go donate to them and be a patron to the jazz journalism on All About Jazz. Moving on. I would like to tell you about, what do we want to talk about next? I think it's the film series, right? We do a quarantine film series. All the film festivals have been canceled. So it's actually very difficult to, get film deals done because all the film festivals are gone. So we have conversations with filmmakers who are doing ridiculously well. 60,000 viewers, 80,000 views per episode now. Sami Khan, I interviewed him. He's an Academy Award nominee. His recent movie is called The Last Out, about Cuban baseball players who want to make it in the major leagues. There it is, Sammy Khan. So these are the movies that are going to be on your Netflix, Hulu, and HBOs in the coming weeks and months. So you want to listen to music? Here you go. You want to listen to you know, conversations with filmmakers? Here you go. So that's keep it here. Next couple weeks at least. All right. One more thing. There's a pop quiz. There will be a pop quiz at the end of this broadcast. We always do a music word of the day. All right. So the artist, her last name begins with a V. All right. So that's always the trick. Artist name V. All right. So in honor of her, we picked a music word of the day. If you can get this, I'll ask what is the word of the day. If you can answer me, you will get a prize. What is the prize? A dog presenting you a trophy. That's what you get right there. You know you want that. We have a 5-time defending champion in Claudia Miranda. We've had Daisy win it. We've had Julian win it. I wonder who can win it tonight. All right, word of the day. Let's check it out. Verismo. Verismo. A term meaning realism. It's an Italian word. Applied to romantic works, especially operas of the late 19th century that have to do with unpleasant realities of life. Makes you go like this. Verismo. Okay, cool. So, word of the day. Let's see who can win that. One more thing. Oh, here's the quote. I'm doing a quote now because, don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. And as you listen tonight, don't just, of course, love the music, but think of how you can bring creativity into your life. In whatever way, whatever fashion you can do so. So hopefully these provide some encouragement to keep your creative spark alive. You can find us everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, the very delicious Instagram cracker, where Julia is currently saluting someone, maybe not. And we're also on LinkedIn. See, Instagram's cool because I can see the artists, see what they're doing. It's like the behind the scene cut. And then LinkedIn, she's making faces at me now. LinkedIn, another 2 million people file for unemployment. It's kind of dire out there. Over 30 million people have filed for unemployment. So if you're looking for a job, our heart goes out to you. Stay with us. Hope to keep you motivated, encouraged with the music. Also on Twitch. And I think that's it, right? We're basically booked up through the rest of the series. So you want to be on the show, it's going to be tough. But, send an email to Sandra and Camilo and send them a check as well. And maybe, just maybe, get you on the show. All right, now for the best part of the show. And now, where we get to meet the incredible artist. And she really is incredible. I've enjoyed listening to her music all day today. That's the thing. We're doing so many shows. It's, I listen to a lot of music, and rarely do I hear music that sort of takes my breath away in this way. And she's an incredible composer, pianist, performer, maestro, really. And she's, cosmopolitan, having grown up in 2 different countries, really. And she's toured the world. And I want to introduce you, if you have not met her. I'm sure many of you know who she is already. But if you're meeting her for the first time, prepared to be blown away. Please welcome to the show the great maestra, Julia Vari.
Buenas noches. Hello.
Hola. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. I hear you are fluent in Spanish.
¿Cómo es?
Hablamos en español, ¿no?
I'm practicing. Yo practico ahora. Sí.
Perfect.
So, where are you coming from? Where are you broadcasting from tonight?
Right now, I'm in Miami Beach. I'm about 10-minute walk from the beach, which is closed. But if it were not closed, I could walk there in 10 minutes.
Got it. Tell me, how has the quarantine affected you? What were you going to be doing that you can't be doing right now because of the quarantine?
Oof, a lot of things. I think like all artists, no artist who has not been affected by the quarantine. I don't think there's any artist who's not been affected by the quarantine, because all of us had shows that were canceled, had events that were canceled. I had a lot of things that were canceled in the summer, in the spring and the summer, fall probably too, but hard to know. And so I've just tried to keep positive. I teach piano and voice online. And so I've tried to, I'm teaching a lot, I'm studying a lot, I'm learning a lot, and I just try to remember that this too shall pass, esto también pasará. And so, I just try to keep a positive outlook on everything.
Well said. Well said. I'm in Atlanta. You're obviously in Miami. Everyone, tell us in the comment field where you're watching from, because we want to share with Julia everywhere that her music is reverberating around the world. So we definitely have Atlanta and Miami. It's a Southern show right now. Let's see if we can get this around the world once or twice. Tell us where you're watching from. Julia, tell me, I love asking this question. How do you structure your days in quarantine? Is there like a routine? Do you wake up at a certain time? Do you like floss every day? Do you structure your creative time? How do you think about your day?
Yes, it took me a while to kind of get into a routine, but now I the first thing I do in the morning, I meditate. I've been meditating for about 2 years, and it completely changed my life. You should have met me before my meditation days. So I meditate in the morning. I do some yoga. I have breakfast. I do some reading. I only read the news once in the morning, and that's it. Don't want to stress myself out. And then it depends on the day. I study. I do some musical arrangements. I'm trying to do some duets, some projects online with other musicians. I teach a lot. I'm teaching a lot right now online. I'm trying to eat healthy, and I take out my dog 3 times a day. So that's pretty much my day.
All good things, and productive and creative. By the way, some of the places, Julia, that are tuning in, West Hampton, New York, the Hamptons.
West Hampton. I haven't been there in a long time. I studied music. I studied at NYU, and I used to go out sometimes to East Hampton. I had a friend who had a place out there. I haven't been out there in a long time.
Yeah, that was premeditation, right? So then we have New Jersey in the house. We have Rhode Island in the house. We have
Jersey, Rhode Island. Okay.
We have Houston. We have Southeast. We have some Brazoria County, Southeast Texas in the house.
Okay.
Vancouver's in the house. So we also have Bangkok, Thailand in the house. So you are.
I love Thailand. I love all those places, except I haven't been to Texas.
Ooh, Daisy, did you hear that? Daisy, she's not been to Texas.
Daisy, don't leave.
Don't leave, Daisy.
I promise I will go as soon as the pandemic is over.
All right. What would you like to begin your show with tonight?
So the first song I'm going to do is actually from Mexico. It's one of Mexico's finest composers, which is Álvaro Carrillo. And if we have some people listening in from Mexico or really Latin America, they will have heard this song. It's called Sabor a mí. It's my own arrangement. So enjoy.
Conversar
muchos más. Yo no sé si tengamos la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueña, no soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de la vida o de lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasará más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tengamos la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí, en la boca llevarás sabor, sabor a Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Oh, I have a big público.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Gracias.
So everyone, but by now everyone knows right now, you have a lot of love coming in. Bravo, so romantic. So for every, I translate the emojis. So if you put the emoji down, I will translate it into real life. So here we go. Maxime, clap, 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 heart, 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 clap, 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 heart, heart, clap, clap.
Muchas gracias.
Bravo.
Thank
Daisy's
you.
just got one. Boom.
Daisy, just one. Okay.
You didn't go to Texas.
I know, it's
Sambu,
'cause I
or
haven't been to Texas.
clap, 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 balloon, 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 clap, clap,
Okay.
clap, clap, clap.
Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Camilo,
Thank you.
heart,
Camilo.
clap, heart, heart, clap,
Camilo.
heart, clap.
Gracias.
Camilo understands the Morse code of emojis. And here we go. Dawn.
Okay. Thank you very much, Don.
That was beautiful. It really was.
Thank you.
All right, let's just settle down over here. And see, they are very well rehearsed, this audience. The Atlanta audiences are they start on time and they stop on time. So just letting you know.
I'll have to stop by. Do a show there soon.
That was wonderful. We have some questions coming in, but I do want to ask you first about your new record, your new album they've put out, Intimo. Let's put that up on the screen. So first, talk to us about this album, the song selection, and the production process. What did you want to express with this album in particular?
So Intimo, it's actually funny because, I suppose it's funny, in sort of an ironic way, because it took a long time to get Intimo out. I started recording Intimo when I was in a really, I was in a really tough time in my life. You know, I had just been broken up with my boyfriend, and I, you know, like my way of dealing with things is the piano. And so I just started playing boleros. You know, like in Spanish we say canciones cortavenas, like cutting songs that make you want to cut your veins. So those are my favorite. All of my fans, everyone who knows me, knows my work, those are my favorite songs that songs that make you cry, songs that make you suffer. Those are my songs. Those are my songs. So I just started kind of playing different boleros and arranging them, and I went into a studio in Mexico. It's SACM. It's actually like the equivalent of BMI or ASCAP in the US in Mexico, and I just kind of started recording there, and it turned into an album. And to be honest with you, you know, between us, I wasn't really sure if I could release a just me piano vocal album, because it's very intimate, íntimo. Es algo muy íntimo. It's a very intimate thing, just me and the piano, you know, and the same thing on the stage. It's not like, you know, when I started performing, after I left music for a while and I came back to it, when I started performing in more jazz, world music, I started performing with a band. And so I was used to that. And then when I started doing piano vocals, it was a little intimidating because you're very vulnerable. It's just you. You know, you have musicians behind you, and you make a mistake, they can kind of cover you up, and you have like a camaraderie feeling. But when it's just you, especially when it's a big stage and it's just you and a piano, and it's a little scary, but it's really beautiful because it's just you expressing yourself, no one else. So that's what Intimo is about.
Sounds great. And what was the where in Mexico was it? Mexico City?
It was in Mexico City, and then some of it was also recorded in LA and in Miami.
Got it.
Yeah.
Walk us through some of these songs here on the album. Any ones that I'm sure that you love all of them, but any of them stand out, or any stories behind any of these that you would want to convey to us?
I really love all of them, and each of them, of course, has a story. You know, each of them there's a very specific reason why I put each of them on there. Nada Personal is actually going to be re-released on June 1st, and that's going to be re-released. That is a duet that I had the honor to record with a amazing Mexican singer called Carlos Cuevas, and that's going to be remastered, June 1st. And Canción de Despedida, that means goodbye song, that's one of my original songs, and I wrote half of that song the last night I was in, when I was about to move to LA. I was in my studio in San Miguel de Allende. I don't know if anyone out there listening has been to San Miguel de Allende. You've been there, Kabir, okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful place about 3 hours from Mexico City. And I was about to move to LA, where I knew no one, and no one knew me. And I kind of just started writing the song. And then I wrote the second half when I was in LA. So that's probably one of the more special songs.
Gotcha. Oscar wants to know, do you have any special rituals before you compose music?
It's funny because there are some songwriters, like even my friends, I have a friend, her name is Jen Hash, and then another friend, Natalia Vergara. They're like, they just write, it's like this, like, blah, 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 they write an amazing song in like 2 seconds. Maybe not 2 seconds. I don't know, 5 minutes. It takes me forever. It takes me forever to write a song. It really does. It just, because, I don't know. I just keep going back, and I don't really have like I guess a ritual, because it's a miracle when I can actually sit and, compose a song. So yeah, I know that's not a great answer, but yeah, I don't really have a.
It's the honest answer. That's the great answer.
An honest answer.
Yeah. Okay, we'd love to hear another one. What would you like to do next?
Well, actually, speaking of original songs,
good segue.
Yeah, speaking of original songs, I was thinking I would play an original song for you. And this, I was actually debating between Canción de Despedida and a different one, which is called Once Again I Begin. Actually, do I have time to tell a quick little anecdote about this, or no, should I just play?
Sí, vamos.
See? Okay. I'll try to speed it. So this song I wrote when I was living in LA, and this is like, speaking of intimate, things, private things that are very inside, son muy míos. I was going back into theater, and I was in a play, and they cut me from the play. So it's like LA, where no one's ever rejected from anything, right? so I was rejected, and I thought I was going to die. I thought my heart would break, and I went that weekend. I drove out to a songwriting retreat to a beautiful place called Idlewild, and that's where I wrote this song. And it's called Once Again I Begin. And I also have a version in Spanish, but I like it better in English. Can a gypsy start over? Maybe, maybe I left too soon. But I knew what I knew had to do. What I do. So it's one more late night getaway. My tomorrow starts today. It's bliss when I'm free. No more waiting around to be me. My heart is aflame and I'm ready to rise. You know that it's true by the look in my eyes. And I fly down the freeway, sing to the wind. Once again I'll begin. Leap before I look, try to pretend that I know what I'm doing. Don't care how much it took. Now I've opened the door, can't stay trapped inside anymore. My heart is aflame and I'm ready to rise. You know that it's true by the look in my eyes. And I fly down the freeway, I'll sing to the wind. Once again I'll begin. My heart is aflame and I'm ready to rise. You know that it's true by the look in my eyes. And I'll fly down the freeway. Oh yeah, I'll sing to the wind. Once again I'll begin. Once again I'll begin. Once again.
Yes, so good.
Gracias. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you so much.
Bravo. Bravo.
Thank you.
Great tune. Maxime. Dawn Marie.
Thank you.
Francisco.
Francisco,
Everyone watching on Instagram. Everyone watching Instagram, thanks for watching. The better sound and quality is on Facebook, so you can see all the graphics, and I can actually mute myself on Facebook. I can't mute myself on Instagram, unfortunately. So head over to Facebook if you want to see the great feed and all the emojis coming in. Look at all the love she's getting. Anna Contreras, Daisy. So wonderful. So wonderful. All right. So I thought I'd ask, there's some questions coming in here. Isabella says, Dear Julia, whenever I hear your song Ellie Ellie on your record, Lumia, it brings me to tears. What were you thinking and what was the story behind that, your performance of that song?
Oh wow, thank you so much. Muchas gracias. That was one of my albums. That's my second album, Lumea, which actually means world in Romanian. And Eli means my God, mi Dios, mi Dios. And there it is. That's the cover of Lumea. You can actually find it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon. It's probably, I don't know. I think it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. Well, one of my favorite albums and one of my favorite tunes. Eli Eli, because it was actually written by a woman, a Jewish woman, from prison during World War II, and she was just saying she was grateful to be alive, and so that's what that song is about. And of course, I didn't write it. I wrote the arrangement, but that's a beautiful song. Wish we had more time. I would play that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mookie. First time we've had a Mookie on that show. Mookie in Birmingham wants to know what are the CDs? What are the CDs on your wall back there?
Well, let's see. Actually, if you can kind of see Lumea. Lumea is the one we were talking about. That's the one in the middle. You can't really see the one on top. That's Julia, La Vida en Rosa. That was my first album ever. And then the second one is Lumea. The third one is called Adoro. And so that I actually had the honor to record with one of Mexico's finest composers, singer, pianist. His name is Armando Manzanero. So if anyone here is listening from Mexico, from Latin America, they will know him. He's like Frank Sinatra of Latin America. So it was a really, really big honor to record with him. He actually, if you know the song, It's Impossible, la 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 la. He wrote that, and they translated it into English. In Spanish, it's called Somos Novios. So
Beautiful.
Anyway, I went off on a tangent, but that third album is the one I recorded with him.
Beautiful. We would love to hear. I think we're getting a lot of love. I can tell everyone's so engaged and like so excited about your music tonight. Everyone,
Good to be here.
yeah, if you want to check out Julia's music, obviously go to the link in the crawl. We'll put up your website in the crawl, juliavari.com. And let me just say, there it is, right? Let me see if I can catch it.
There it is. Right.
There it is again. So I'm an expert now in artist websites because I go to a lot of them. And yours is really good because there's like links to the Spotify and the graphics are there and you can just very well laid out. And I think there's an indicator between the professionalism of the website and the professionalism of the sound check and the greatness of the music. It's amazing how that works. When someone's on top of it, you're on time, you're on top of it. So just obviously you're just great at what you do. So we have some question from Daisy. Any collaborations she's looking forward to doing this quarantine?
Yes, I do actually. I'm working on several different ones. One of them is a surprise. I cannot talk about it. But another one is with two of my friends. Son mexicanos también. They're also Mexican, and they actually they're guest entertainers on cruise ships. Like I also do I do perform on cruise ships. They fly me in to do shows, and that's how I met these two guys. And we're doing a collaboration of quizás. How do you perhaps. So we're working on that.
Yeah.
Y luego, and then I'm doing another one with a friend of mine, Felipe, and then another one with a drummer, Aaron, and it's going to be piano, vocals, and drums. So we have a lot of.
By the way, if you wanted to share the surprise, you could break a little news here too, and we have all kinds of cool crayons. We could do breaking news and all that stuff. So I have fun with this. So
you'll have to have me on again on the show.
Well. That sounds like an invitation I cannot refuse. So of course, all right. We would love to hear your next number.
Okay. Well, this is actually one that I get asked to play a lot in my shows. It's a song en français, French, made famous by Edith Piaf. Perhaps some people may have heard this song.
Allons-y.
Comme il me prend dans ses bras, il me la vie en rose. Il me dit de mon amour, le monde tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est dans mon cœur, on ne parle de bonheur, donc je connais la cause. C'est toi pour moi, moi pour toi, dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, mais j'aurai pour la que je l'aperçois, alors je sens de moi mon cœur qui bat. Dans mon cœur, on ne parle bonheur, comme je connais la cause. C'est toi pour moi, moi pour toi, dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, mais un jour pour la que je l'aperçois, alors je sens de moi mon cœur qui
Yes, so good, so good. Yes, so good. Let me dial this up.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
Enchanté, enchanté. La meilleure performance en l'occasion. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much. Mr.
Precioso, Francisco, Daisy.
Gracias.
Even the people on LinkedIn who speak in complete sentences, Julie is a very accomplished performer indeed.
Oh, thank
See?
you very much.
Bravo. Here we go. Heart, heart, heart,
Thank you.
heart,
Gracias.
heart. You took Daisy for one clap to many claps. That's pretty good. Actually, she was clapping the whole time.
Even though I haven't been to Texas.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
We all have our sins.
I
We all
know.
have sins. We actually asked the audience what we should present to you afterwards because, you know, everyone's loving your music. There's another beautiful, Mira is saying on LinkedIn, beautiful. We asked the audience what we should present you. And we give out awards here and there on the show. And this is the first time we've actually never given this out before in the history of our show. We've done 85 shows, and we poll the audience obviously, and everyone's like, give him. So we like to present to you something you can obviously put on your mantle and put on your bio and on your professional website. Please present to Julia the Panda Trophy. There it is.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's the Panda Trophy.
I think it's my best award. I think it's my favorite one.
There it is. You
There
make
it is.
make
There
all
it
the
is.
pandas in the world happy.
There it is. That's going on top of my piano.
Yes. But because you sing and you play, You really are a double threat, right? So you're not just going to leave the quarantine concert series with one trophy. You're going to get the rare honor of walking away with not one, but les deux, two trophies. Ladies and gentlemen, give her the Penguin Trophy. There it is.
I love it. It's an honor. It's an honor. Should I give an acceptance speech?
Yes, please do. All right, settle down. She's going to give a speech. All right, floor is yours.
Well, I'm so honored to receive both the panda and the penguin, and I will cherish them. And I would just like to thank my dog Newton, who is present this evening, but he is currently very busy sleeping. Oh, I think I just heard him.
Speaking about dogs, Sandra, cue up the dogs. So, what is the name of your dog?
Newton.
Newton. So we have, obviously, Oreo and Maui are the mascots of our performance.
Right.
And there they are right there listening into your performance.
Hola, baby. Hola, mi amor.
Maui, what do you think about Julia's performance? Uh-oh.
Maui's not so sure.
Maui.
That's kind of like Newton. Well, it's a good sign. I mean, because like Newton, he relaxes to my music.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Maui, step into the microphone. Can you hear us, Maui?
Hola, baby.
Hola, Maui.
Hola, baby. Hola, chiquitín hermoso.
They like their screen time. Maui and Oreo are going to become famous. After all these shows, they're the ones going to be signed to the TV show, I'm sure. What about Oreo? Is Oreo in the house? Can we get Oreo going? I don't know how this whole video... Oh, there is Oreo.
Newton.
See? Hey, Oreo. How's it going? Enjoying the show? It's Kabir. Nice to meet you finally. This is Julia, my friend.
Hola, baby. Hola, baby.
I think the audience is like, what's going on? But
I think so.
maybe we should get back to the music. But we wanted to share the incredible...
Okay.
You're entertaining all the creatures of this world. So we all need the entertainment. We're all quarantined.
Yes.
So thanks for this incredible, vivid artistry. I do also want to just mention your website one more time here. Everyone go to juliavari.com. Subscribe to her on Spotify. Take lessons from her if you want. Drop her a note. Follow her on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Be a fan. And if you like the music, don't just like it, love it. And how do you show love? Website, Spotify, buy it, stream it. You know what to do. There it is again, juliavari.com. All right? There you go. If you're watching your screen, use your bookmark feature, bookmarkjuliavari.com. All right, cool. What can we do next? What do you think we can do next together here?
Well, so let's see. We have time for one or two more.
We're going to fit in two.
Two more. Okay. Well, then in that case, I will do. So this is one of my favorites. I think someone mentioned I saw the word Broadway on there. So this is actually from a Broadway. This is actually from a Broadway show called Showboat, and this is Can't Help Loving That Man.
Vamos.
Okay. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man, love mine. Tell me he's lazy, but tell me that he's slow. Tell me I'm crazy, but maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a goes away. That's a rainy day. When he comes back, that day's fine. That sun was sad. He can come home, yeah, as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man. Oh, thank you.
Brava. Brava. Daisy's got some.
Love it.
Carol
Yes.
says, I really like that arrangement from Showboat.
Showboat. Thank you.
All right. I want to get in a few questions here.
Okay.
We have Roberto says, I'm just graduating music school. What advice can you give me to becoming a professional artist like you?
Oh, I love it. I love when I get those questions because I'm so inspired by young artists who are just starting. And my advice is please don't give up ever and keep going. And on the tough days, because you will have tough days, because every artist has tough days. I have them all the time. Just, remember that you're so lucky to be able to do what you love. And I tried to leave music a couple of times in my career and I came back. I couldn't leave it. It's not something you can leave. So my advice is to enjoy it. Listen to lots of music. Listen to as much music as you can and enjoy it.
Well said. Good advice. Persistence, resilience, great message people need to hear. And we're so thankful you stuck with it because you're lighting up the world with your incredible artistry tonight. I do want to say we have, Julia, I know you're wondering about this. We do have a Word of the Day winner.
I was actually thinking about that, yes.
Yes, exactly. Of course, Claudia's been winning, just day after day, but Daisy has stepped it up again. And Daisy is this your third time, Daisy, winning the Word of the Day contest? So Julie and I would like to congratulate you on being the Word of the Day winner.
Daisy from Texas.
Yes.
Love it.
She wins again. It's unfair. Very simple.
Verísimo.
Exactly. See, we're applauding you. Palabra. All right. So we would love to play one more if you can.
Okay, I can.
Your swan song.
Ah?
Your swan song, your final song.
My final song, yes. And this is actually all the songs I play are my favorite. But this song is special. It reminds me of my father, who plays the guitar. And this is Perfidia. So my memories of him playing this on the guitar, on la guitarra. Me recuerda mucho mi infancia. It reminds me of my childhood. So here we go
Vamos.
with Perfidia. You can feel free to dance at home.
We be dancing. Bailamos.
Si puedes con
right. So good, so good. Everyone give it up for the great
Ay, muchas
Julia
gracias.
Vari.
Thank you. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Most
That's
people
every time.
and shoot.
I want to say from all of us, we're so excited and thankful for your incredible performance. I want to put some of the more love up on the screen. Francisco, obviously, nowadays it's gonna make me work. Here we go. Amira,
Ay,
here
muchas
comes
gracias.
Daisy.
Thank you so much. Ay, bueno. Thank you. They are received
My mom's
con mucho cariño. Thank you very much. Ah.
Got the house plant too.
Ay, bueno. Thank you. That would look great in my living room. Perfect. Thank you. Chocolates? Ah, vino, even better. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Yeah, pass that over here, right? Yeah, through the screen. Yes, thank you very much. We're gonna drink a glass of that to my salud.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right.
How does it feel to be loved by people like this? I feel like every artist needs their applause.
You know, it's funny. I was just talking about that with some other
Can't
artists.
hear you. Can't hear you. You know, the applause is too loud. I think you guys really need to settle down. She's trying to say something.
Thank you. Yeah, yes. So I was just.
Still can't hear you.
Thank you.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. No. Ay, ¿qué te iba a decir?
We were about.
I was.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. We were talking about how we really need it. Like that's that feeling of of people knowing how much people love our music. It's like nos da vida. It gives us life. And it's
Verdad,
whether it's two people or 2,000 or doesn't matter. If you know that one person, if it touched their heart, that's it. And so these lives are really special because it's true. It's not it's not in person, but it feels like it is. You feel the love and eso me da vida, me da ganas de seguir to I'm speaking in Spanish to
Verdad, right there. Dropping some truth on this.
My music, to keep sharing my music and I hope other artists do the same because it's a tough time for us, but it will pass. And these lives, thank you so much, Kabir, for having me and having everyone else. It's just such an honor and such a kind, generous thing for you to do to
Our pleasure.
bring
Our
a
pleasure.
light on artists and
Of course. Couldn't we love having you on the show. Always welcome back.
Thank you.
I also want to say thanks to the great sound team, Sandra and Camilo. Let's get their
yes.
website up on the screen. They do the sound checks. Soundworksrecording.com. If you mention one of their two dogs, which you saw on the broadcast today, Oreo or Maui, you will get a discount. You can also schedule time to go into their studio. If you're an artist and you just want to hang out with their dogs, you can schedule. It's charged by the hour as well. So thank you, Sandra Camilo, for doing what you do. Let me tell everyone about tomorrow night. Yes, let me tell everyone about tomorrow night. Great broadcast. 10 p.m. Eastern, show number 86. Counting them down. Great Chichita Lopez. She'll be singing her power vocals from Los Angeles. So stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow. And if you can, stay home. Good night, everyone.